Good morning, everybody. Who's excited on this Saturday morning? Our last week of double volume. It's been so fun watching all these ranks. All right, guys, as you're coming on, yes, Ruby, I know you're so close. As you guys are coming on here, go ahead and drop in where you're joining us from this morning. We've got a couple minutes, obviously, before we kick it off, but love you guys being on here early. All right. All right, welcome Latoya, Jennifer on here, Trinidad. Love it, love it, love it. Is the volume okay on the music, guys? Sometimes it's good. Okay. I don't want it to be too loud. Sometimes it gets too loud and everybody's ears are getting blasted. So, all right, from Kenya. Nice. All right, we got another minute or so here before we get started this morning. All right, guys, drop in where you're joining from if you haven't. Although some of you I know where you are. Second, guys, I just gotta plug in my laptop. All right, guys, good morning, good morning. All right, as you guys are hopping in, here we go. Everybody's coming in right at the last minute here. Go ahead and drop in where you guys are joining me from this morning. Super excited to have all of you on here. What a way to start the Saturday. Hello, Austin. Great to see you on here this morning. Diana from Cali. Nice. All right, get people in. We're going to give it about another 30 seconds, guys. Then we're going to kick it off. I know a lot of people. Yeah, here we go. More and more coming in here. All right. All right. If you're just hopping on, guys, go ahead and drop in where you're joining from. All right. All right. That song is over. A perfect time to get started. Well, hello, hello. Welcome. It's Saturday morning. And for some of you, it might be a little bit later, depending on where you are, but welcome to our Power Hour. And I'm excited to be here this morning. If we've not met, for me for the first time, my name is Trisha Verzera. I'm a diamond agent here at Secret. And I've been here for about 6.5 years. And super excited to see so many new faces coming into the company and so much excitement around what we have, because truly it just keeps getting better and better and better. So really, really excited to have you guys on here. But what we're going to do this morning is we are going to work. It is a power hour, which means we are here together. We are going to jump in together. We are going to kick off our business for this Saturday. And well, obviously, depending on where you are, you may have been doing this already. I know I woke up this morning to some new rank advancements on my team, who are all East Coasters. They were up early getting people entered. And I got to tell you, it just makes it so much fun when you see so many people winning in this business. And that's what we're here for, guys. We want to help you win as well and help you learn how to help your people win, right? So we are always here to really, really better things. So to kick it off this morning, what we're going to do is I'm going to be really going through and giving you guys some tasks. I'm going to explain them kind of a little bit, but we're really going to spend our time working, right? And if you're, on here every Saturday, you're learning different tidbits from each and every person. And just know we all follow that same system, right? Even though we might teach little things a little bit differently, at the end, we are all following that same system. So, be ready to really, really, really jump in. So the first thing that I want to do, and again, guys, if you were just dropping in, go ahead and, just tell me where you're joining from. And Austin, love you too. So excited. I got to meet this gentleman a couple months ago. Oh my gosh, what an incredible leader he is. And so many other incredible leaders on here too. So really excited for all you guys to be on here this morning. All right, so one of the things we're going to do, and I know you've heard this before with other people that you've been on, but we're going to kind of start out on social media and more so on Facebook this morning, just because of the fact that that's where the majority of the people are. Now, if you are on other social media platforms, you want to be doing these things there too. But the big thing is you want to, you really want to go where your following is. You really want to go where you're getting traction. And we're going to do a lot of it here on Facebook, but just understand too, even if you're not building on social media, the same things we're doing on social media, you can be doing off of social media, right? So we really try to blend the things together. And that's what I like to share people. It's not an either or, it's a both, right? We build online, we build offline, we put it together, right? And online is just a way for us to connect with more people, to, tap into audiences or into, areas of people that maybe we wouldn't have access to otherwise. So we're going to dive right in this morning. So what we're going to do first is I want you guys to go ahead and pull up your Facebook. All right. And we're going to give a couple minutes to do this, but I want you to do is if you go, you can do it in one of two ways. You can either go up into the search tab and type in birthdays, or you can go into your notifications. And so on Facebook, for instance, if you're on your phone, you can do it. If you're on computer, it's the same thing, but you tap into that notification button. When you do that, if you scroll down just a little bit, Facebook's going to give you everybody's birthday for today. Okay. What Facebook also does is it usually lets you know whose birthday was yesterday or the day before, or maybe whose birthday is tomorrow. These are things you want to be doing every single day. But let's just say that maybe you didn't get on there yesterday and wish people happy birthday. That's okay. You can do it here this morning as well. But I want you guys to do a couple of things. And everything that I'm going to have you do this morning, just understand what we're doing first is we're doing what we call warming up the algorithm. We are warming up that Facebook algorithm so that as we go through these tasks, and when we get to some of the ones that are a little later, you're going to get more traction because we were on there first, right? So think about it. If you were to just hop on social media and make a post without doing anything, Facebook's not going to push it to so many people. But if we get on there first and we're warming up that algorithm and we're doing different tasks to get out there and be contacting other people and showing Facebook that we are interacting, that we are doing more than just wanting people to see our stuff, then you are going to get more love on your posts when you do it. So understand there's a reason for everything that we're going to have you do here this morning. So I'm going to give you guys a couple of minutes. What I want you to do is when you go into that birthday, I'm going to have you do a couple of things. And the first is I'm going to want you to go to that person's, or you're going to comment on that person's timeline, but you can also do it right there where it lists the birthdays. And what I want you to do is one, wish them happy birthday, and then also ask them a question, right? So maybe, what are you doing exciting today? What are you doing to celebrate today? Right? So asking that question in there too. But then what I want you to do is I want you to go into Facebook Messenger and I want you to send a voice message to these people. Okay. And for instance, I see Jen Abs on here, so I'm just going to pick on her, but I would just leave a quick little voice message. Now, guys, I am a true believer in voice text. And the reason people can hear your tonality, people can hear your voice, they can hear how genuine you are. They truly can hear from you as opposed to just something written. So I would, for instance, go in and leave a little voice text that says, hey, Jen, I just want to wish you a happy birthday. I hope you're having an awesome day today. Listen, it's been a while since we connected. When can we connect? I really would love to catch up with you, right? Something along those lines. So you want to give that happy birthday, tell them, something special about them. And then when can we connect next, right? Because you want to connect with these people. And so going through these birthdays is a perfect way to do that. All right. So everybody good with that? Everybody good with that? Everybody good with that? All right. So I'm going to play some music. I'm going to set a timer for 5 minutes. And again, I want you to go into do everybody for today. Remember, do it on their timeline. Send them a private message where you're leaving a voice message to them. And then also, if you missed people yesterday, go do those people as well, or even the day before. All right, so I'm going to set a timer for 5 minutes. Once you guys have completed it, guys, go ahead and drop in the chat here how many people you have messaged, how many people you did that birthday message to. So let me put on a song and set my timer, and we are going to get started. All right, let's see here. Oops, my music is, there we go. All right, here we go. And I'm going to drop in the chat as well what we are doing. So for anyone who just joined us, they are going to know what to do as well. All right. No space to rent in this town. You're out of luck. And the reason that you had to care, the traffic is stuck. And you're not moving anywhere. You thought you found a friend to take you out of this place. And you land ahead in return for grace. So beautiful day. All right, Barbie. So if you go into the search bar, you should be able to type in birthday there, and it will also pull them up. If not, you also can go into Facebook. I will share my screen here really quickly. Let's hope Facebook doesn't make a liar of me. Oops, it cuts my music off. But when you come into Facebook here, down at the bottom, you've got this bell. And if you click on that notification, it's going to bring up, and you can see right here for me, it lists these birthdays. So if I click on that, it's going to bring up all the timelines. And this is where I can be putting a message on there and sending it to them. Also, what it's going to do is show all the recent birthdays. All right. So I can also go in and wish these people a happy birthday as well. This is also a great way, guys, to clean out your friends list. So if there are people on there that you have no idea who they are or where you've met them or anything like that, it's a good way to also clean out your friends list and get rid of some of the people who you really don't have any connection with. That's actually going to help you as well with the Facebook algorithm. So there's nothing wrong with doing that too. You're welcome. All right, 4 so far, Jen. I love it. I love it. I love it. And here's the thing, guys. Maybe you've got some friends who are not on Facebook that you know of that you didn't wish a happy birthday to. Go ahead and do that too, right? Like I said, everything is about what we do online and offline and blending the two together. No birthdays till November 1st. Oh my gosh. That's kind of shocking. But go through some of the past ones to see if maybe you didn't wish those people happy birthday. All right, guys, we got about 20 seconds left. And remember, when you finish, guys, go ahead and drop in the chat how many people you messaged. All right. So our timer is up there. All right, so guys, drop in the chat. All right, I see some with 7 for Latoya. Awesome. Yes, that's a great idea, Jennifer. If you know them, see if what they're doing for the birth, ask them what they've got planned if their birthday's coming up. 15. That's awesome, Diana. Great job. Great job. Great job. All right, guys. Love it, love it, love it. All right. So 3 for Angie. I love it. Anybody else? Anybody else got some numbers to post there? All right, I'm sure they're going to start popping in here. All right, guys. So what we're going to do next is we are going to think about this. How many people do you have that you have met on Facebook, or maybe they're even on your warm market, that maybe you haven't talked to yet about this business, right? So who are your potential prospects who are on your list? All right, I see 4 for, is it Ineka? Hopefully I pronounced that correctly. All right, so, and then Shanessa has 1. Awesome. All right, great. So glad. And all right, guys. So what we're going to do now is, again, I want you to be thinking about who's on your prospect list and how many of those people are actually on Facebook. All right. So what I want you to do is I want you to go out and comment on 10 people's posts, right? So, but really not just anybody. I want these to be people who are prospects, because what Facebook does is if they see you interacting with people, right, they're going to start showing some more of your content to those people. So doing some of these exercises is going to open the door for your content to be seen by more people, right? And that's our goal. We want as many people as possible to be seeing our content on social media. So doing little tasks like this is going to help. So I want you guys to go out and, again, on 10 people who, they're on your prospect list, I want you to go heart their post. All right. Actually, you can do any reaction except like. Facebook actually doesn't do a lot with likes. They don't really care for that as much. So heart it, laugh at it, whatever the post is. And then what I want you to do is comment and ask a question in that comment of that post. So if somebody's doing something fun, oh my gosh, that looks amazing. Where was that? Or, it's anything you can do to be interacting with people, because when you ask a question, they've got to comment back to you. All right. So again, Facebook's going to bump them up in your feed to see some of your content, because they're going to see it's more than just a comment. Now you guys are interacting back and forth with one another. All right. So I am going to give you guys, we're going to do about 8 minutes for this one, because this one can take a little bit longer. And I'm also going to type it in the chat here. So is everybody good with what we're doing next? Everybody good with that? Yep. Okay. If not, just drop it in the chat here. I'm going to go ahead and put some more music on for you guys. Oh, all right, there we go. And let me set my timer. All right, guys, if you're just joining us, I put in the comments the task that everybody's working on right now, so you can check that out. What in this world? Let's see here. Barbara, I'll post it again for you. Oh, maybe. I just reposted the task. And guys, if you've done your 10 already, go find some more in this extra time. You can do more than 10. Got about 2 minutes left. All right, we got about 10 seconds left, guys. All right. All right, so how many of you guys got your 10 in? How many got your 10 in? Let me ask. If you got more, drop in how many you got. Drop into the chat here. Can't wait to see. All right, 10 for Latoya, 12 for Patty. Awesome, Patty. Great job, guys. 8's gonna keep going. Awesome. That's right. And that's the thing, guys. You can keep going on these things. Once you kind of learn some of the things to do, you could just make this part of your daily method of operation, right? So Barbie, 16. Way to go. Chris, 7. Angie, 7. Great job, guys. Great job. And here's the thing. If you didn't get your 10 yet, that's all right. When we finish up today, go back and find a few more, right? Find a few more to go back and comment on. So love it. Not sure I was going down my friends list. Well, Marcy, it's okay. It's really about, you really want to be putting it on there with people who you want seeing your posts, right? So if it's a friend that you want seeing the post, great. If it's somebody you met on social media that you want seeing your post, great. Like it's people who you want to, they're potential prospects for you. That's what we're really focused on, is just those who are potential prospects who we want to see. Now, it might be a friend, but it also could be someone you met on social media. Awesome, Tracy. There's 8. Love it, love it, love it. All right. I personally got 6 of them done, so I need to go back and finish mine today too. All right. All right, so we're going to do the next thing here, guys. And this is going to be cool because now that you've warmed up the algorithm a little bit, now we can go do a post on our page. Okay. Now we're going to keep doing other tasks, but we now can do something on our page, and we should get some more traction with it because of the fact that we're, out there doing something. So what I want you guys to do is I want you to post an interactive post. Now, what an interactive post is something that's going to get a lot of people commenting. It also could be called an engagement post, right? It's something that's going to get people to interact with you and talk with you. Now, I've got some examples. I'm going to pull them up here on my screen for you to see, but also I want you to be thinking, right? It's Halloween on Monday, right? So they're definitely, think about what's going on right now that you could be posting about that is going to get a lot of people commenting, right? So those, just be thinking of that in the back of your head too. Let me pull up my sample post here. Hold on, I thought I had this up, but I guess I didn't. Bear with me just 1 second as I pull this up. I have it on my phone, but it's going to be easier to read, I think, if it's on my screen. So I want to pull it up here. Bear with me 1 second. All right, well, I am doing this. Does anybody have any ideas of a great post that would do with the Halloween that they might want to share while I am pulling up my sheet here? Anybody have something they want to share? Anybody? I know we got some creative minds on here for sure. All right, I'm in the wrong Google Drive. Give me 1 second, guys. Well, I might just have to pull it up on my, oh wait, it says it here. I apologize, guys. I thought I had this up. All right. Oh, there we go. Almost there. Almost there. All right. So let me just see if anybody has dropped anything in the chat. Yeah, that's a good one, Barbie. Who's ready for such a scary night? Do you have a fun something planned, right? Something fun planned. So that is a great one. And hang on, let me get back to the right spot. All right, I'm just about there. I've got so many documents. Oh my gosh. All right. Has anybody else got any they want to share while they're doing that? we go. Here we go. There we go. Okay. All right. Sorry about that, guys. It took me a minute. I have so many folders. All right. So I'm going to pull up some examples of different interactive posts you guys can be doing. But honestly, anything you can come up with that is, it's usually a question, right? And when you ask a question, people like to give an answer, right? So doing something, any of these are going to work. But honestly, like I said, because Halloween is on Monday and there's probably a lot of Halloween parties going on this weekend, that could be something fun too. All right. Yeah. Amanda threw one in here too. And Jennifer threw one in here too. Do you still dress up for Halloween? Show us your costumes. That's a great one. Anyone plan on lighting the black flame candle? Right. So that's something you can post as well. So all of these are great examples. So let me go ahead and share my screen real quickly with you guys. And I'm going to, all right. So here are also some other ones that are good examples, right, that you guys can see here. So, some of these are more business related, some of these are not business related, but here are just a few of them. So, like, what's top on your gratitude list today? How many times per day do you post on Facebook? What's the first thing you would buy if you won the lottery, right? It's all about getting, asking questions. I don't know if anybody wants to put this, but one I've done before is, what are gas prices where you live? This one I posted forever ago, but oh my gosh, I got so many people. And where did it go? I just saw it. But it was my folding laundry one. And it was so funny how many times, even right here, laundry, washing 30 minutes, drying 60 minutes, putting away 7 to 10 business days, something like that with some humor. It's always fun. So here are just some of the examples, guys. I'm just going to give you like 2 minutes to go and knock us out and put one of these out on your page. All right. Turn some music back on. And actually, I am going to share the link to this document so you guys can all have it in the chat as well for going forward. And that way you guys can pull it up on your screen as well. All right, so there is access to that document. You now forever have it. And if you've got some really good ones, send them to me. I'll add it on there. Yes, Jennifer, I saw your Fun Fact Friday. That was actually super cute. I loved it. Shanessa, you're welcome. And it just gives you guys, some ideas. Sometimes it's not doing the work. Sometimes you're just like, I don't know what to post today, right? So this just gives you some ideas of things to do and get more people interacting on your page. Now, one thing too, guys, is you're making this post, do one of two things. Either do it with a picture of yourself in the post, or just pick one of the backgrounds that Facebook has so that you can see, the background of that. That's something that makes the post look super cool. All right, and that is our timer. Did everybody get done with that one? Did everybody get done with that one? Yes. You drop in the chat here, guys, if you were able to do that. Yes. Okay, perfect. All right, and let me just show you too, just in case. I don't want to assume that everybody knows certain things because we all learn different things here, but let me go ahead. Let's see here. Just share my phone here real quickly. All right, so here's my Facebook, but here's what's cool, guys. When you do a post, right? So I'm just going to come up here and go to, the what's on your mind. And what you can do is if you scroll down just a little bit, you can see something called background color. Okay, now you can do this from the desktop as well. And then if you go over here and hit these little squares, you're going to be able to see all the different options that Facebook has for you. Some are just solid colors, some have some emojis, some have you in them. But honestly, when you choose one of these, right, and you just choose it and then you can type it in what it is. But when you post, you can see it's going to look more like a picture versus just the words. Okay, so it's going to stand out more. So when you do a post on Facebook, if you're not posting a picture to go along with whatever it is you're doing, do one of these backgrounds. Okay. And then the cool thing about that too is you can, then share it up to your story. You can also, a lot of times I will screenshot it and just, crop it down. I'll put it over, on my Instagram stories and have it feed over into my Facebook stories. But it gives you guys some different ideas. But that is definitely a good way to get a little more traction on your posts on Facebook. So, all right. So hopefully that helps you guys. All right. All right. So next, what we are going to do is, this is just a little cleanup on your social media. Okay. So what I want you guys to do is I want you to go to any friend request that you have. Now I'll share, you can do this from your phone or from the desktop. Okay. Let me make sure I've got Facebook up here on my desktop. And get rid of this. Okay, let me come back. All right, so I want to show you guys real quickly. It's really important. Facebook actually, believe it or not, it matters how many people interact with you on Facebook. Okay, so if you've got tons of friends on Facebook who really aren't friends, who you never interact with, who never do anything, it actually hurts you. So what we want to do is we want to clean up some things. Also, we don't want to leave a lot of our friend requests out there. All right, so let me go ahead and share my screen and just show you real quickly. Hold on, Facebook. All right, so on Facebook, gotta love these sponsored ads that come in here. When you come over here on the right, you can see friend requests, right? And I'm going to hit see all. And you're going to see, I've got a lot of friend requests here. I get a lot of spammers requesting me for sure. But what you want to do is you're going to want to go through any of these friend requests you have, and you're going to either confirm them or delete them. Okay. Now, also what you can do at the same time is any friend requests that you have sent out to people that have not been accepted yet, go ahead and delete them and resend them if it's somebody who you actually want to be friends with. Okay. But for instance, I'm just going to show you something I do. I have no idea who this girl is, but I'm going to go check out her page. I'm going to check it out a little bit here and see. She is likely wanting me to be in some sort of boot camp of hers. She might be interested in some of my stuff, but probably because of some of my content, she's wanting to connect in some way. So I'm going to go through her feed a little bit and check it out before I accept that or delete that. Okay. So it's going to take a couple minutes sometimes to see, because I'll share with you, especially if you're a girl, I'm just going to tell you, you're going to get a lot of creepy guys who potentially send you friend requests. And a lot of times, if you go to their page, all you're going to see is that they have said that they were in the military, that they've got all these flowers, or just weird posts where you can just see things they've done. You absolutely do not want to accept that friend request. Okay. You want to delete it, move on. All right. And it's going to happen. Guys, I don't know, you might get creepy women, but I feel like the women get more creepy men. It's okay, guys. It's part of the game. Just delete them, and then you don't have to worry about it. Okay. So I'm going to give you guys about 5 minutes to kind of go through and clean them out. Yeah, if they're really weird, yeah, you can delete and block them. It doesn't matter. A lot of times I just delete them and they never even show up again. But yeah, if they're weird and they are message you, just block them, right? And be done with it. Don't take it personal. Just know it. That's just how it is. It's part of the deal. So, and it's okay, because we've got the power to block them. And I got to tell you what, it kind of feels good to block people sometimes. So don't ever be afraid to do it. But I'm going to give you guys about 5 minutes, and we are going to go ahead and clean that out a little bit. And if it's easier to do from your phone, guys, you can do it from your phone too. Right? It doesn't have to be on the desktop, whatever's easier for you. Oops, I can't do that. It's gonna take my music off. So you can either confirm or delete the friend request. All right, Jay, you would ask that question. So when you're in there and you see it, confirm it, and that's where you do it. Yeah, Jorge, you're right. You always get these weird ones, for sure. I'm just going to share my screen again really fast too, to show you guys just another little trick. So on the left side of your screen, you can also go to my homepage. When you're on the desktop, on the left-hand side of your screen, you can come up here to where it says friends. And when you click that, it's going to bring up all these friend requests and stuff here as well. It's also going to suggest some people. Okay. But what you can do here is you can also go straight to the friend requests, and it's going to pull them up here too. So that's where you can see here whether you're going to confirm or delete. Okay. So it makes it super duper simple on there. All right. We got about a minute and a half left. All right, guys, about 25 seconds left. All right, guys, time is up. All right. Let's see, or just leave them. Oh, Tyrone. Okay, great tips. Thanks so much. Would it be a good idea to invite those friend requests even unknown to secret? So, Tyrone, the answer is maybe. It depends. So, some of the requests that you're going to get, go ahead and look at the about of their profile to see what it is they're doing. But you might be able to see that some of these people are maybe in the industry or like-minded or, doing something different, in which case those would potentially be good people, to invite. But obviously you're still going to want to have a little bit of a conversation with them first. You're not going to want to accept the friend request and invite them, right? We've got to warm that up a little bit. We've got to work on that relationship. So I don't have this on our task list for this morning, but what I want to share with you guys is for those people who you've now become friends with, one of the things you're going to want to do is you're going to want to go and message them and start a conversation. And typically what I'll do is if I don't really understand where the connection is from, I'll leave them a quick little voice like a voice text through Messenger saying, let me just use it. Hey, Tracy, thank you so much for the friend request. It's great to connect. I love connecting with like-minded people. Tell me a little bit more about yourself. What do you do? Are you, do you have kids? Just something that's going to start a conversation with them and really kind of going through form like you guys have heard before, the family, occupation, recreation, motivation, ways to have a conversation with people. But again, I love to do it through a voice text. And from there, majority of the people, not all, because you're never going to get all, but the majority of the people will respond to me with something. And we can start having a conversation going back and forth. And a lot of times that's where I'm going to invite them onto a Zoom or invite them to a presentation. But personally, I like to invite them to a Zoom first and spend a little more time getting to know them before I invite them to a presentation. That's just me, and it works really well for me. And it's a way that I can warm it up, have that conversation, see what they're actually looking for, right? Making it about them, not me, right? And really starting to get to know them a little bit, where I then can see if, one, do I even want to work with this person? And two, is what we have even something that they're looking for, right? So most of the times it is, but, again, having that conversation with them and, finding out a little bit of that information will let you know that. One second, guys, I just need to plug my laptop in. Forgot to do that when we started. Okay. So what I want to do next, though, is now we are going to, now that we have done all that, we are, I want you guys to either personally message or call 10 potential people who you want to invite to something. Okay. Now I'm going to say something. It could be today's presentation, right? We've got our blitz into Black Friday going on, but we've got presentations happening every single day. And if I am not mistaken, I think that I saw that it is Mr. Austin Zulov tonight, but let me see if that is correct. And yes, I do believe that is correct. So we have Austin, who is going to rock it and just knock it out of the park. I know. I listened to his the other day when he did it. Phenomenal presentation. But maybe it's tomorrow's presentation. So find something that you want to invite them to. So again, we're going to either personally message or we're going to call 10 potentials and invite them to a presentation. Or maybe you're new and you've got a business launch going on. You can be inviting them to the launch. And what I like to do is, one of the things that I like to say is, hey, Jorge, what are you doing tonight at 6 o'clock or whatever time it is? And they'll be like, nothing. Why? Well, listen, I'm really excited. I've got something I would want to share with you. If I invited you to take a look at something, would you go ahead and just take a look for me? And, that's one of the ways you can do it. If you're inviting them to, actually try some products or for you to meet with them, you're going to change up the verbiage slightly. But basically, you want to invite them to something. So I'm going to set the timer here for about, okay, you might not be able to get 10 people in this time. I'm going to set it for about 8 minutes because I don't want to go all the way to the end here. But use this time to either message or call as many people as you can and invite them to something. What if they say, what is it about? All right. So Neka, one of the things I like to say is, listen, again, it's going to depend on how well you know the person, but what you don't want to do is do a presentation before the presentation, right? You don't want to go into all the details with them. And, so one of the things that you can do is you can have that sense of urgency with saying, listen, I'd love to go over everything with you right now, but I can't. However, when you're on tonight, you're going to learn everything about it. And any questions you have, I'm going to make sure I answer for you. Or, if it's someone you really know, you can say, listen, it's just really something I'm super excited about. I want you to learn the information so you can see if it's something you're interested in. If you're not, no big deal, but you might know someone who is. And I keep it as simple as possible and I don't go into it. Yeah. And Jen, that's a great one too. I can't even try to explain it. So it's just good, if you don't want to mess it up. And here's what the thing is that is so true. Listen, I really, I can't explain this in 1 to 2 minutes, so it's really better if you are able to just check it out tonight. And that way you're going to get all the details and I'm there to answer any questions you might have. Right. So again, just let them know that I can't do this really quickly. Right. It's not something I can do in, just a couple minutes. And plus the other thing is too, they're going to want to see all of it. If you try and give them a quick overview, they're going to be like, and probably put their hand up. Because you can't just do that in just a couple of seconds, right? They need to see it from start to finish. They need to be able to see the whole picture. So it's really important that you don't try and do a presentation before the presentation. All right. All right, guys, so I'm going to put some music on and I'm going to set my timer for about 8 minutes and then we will be back. It would be helpful to have background on the. Well, I think typically when it goes out, there is Barbara, but Austin, maybe who are you inviting to? Is it for Austin? That's a great point, Barbara. I love it. Because maybe Austin could type in something here real quickly, that are kind of some key points. I don't know all his points. What I do know is that he's been a top earner in multiple network marketing companies, that he is an incredible leader. He is someone who truly works from his heart. Right? He is someone who really wants to help other people succeed in this industry. And he's someone who's got a system that's super easy to follow that he teaches. Right. So really just it just can be a few key points. It doesn't have to be like exact. You don't have to know, all the details of everything. But really what you're trying to do when you edify somebody is just give a little bit from each personality type. Right. So if you're familiar with the colors, give something that's going to kind of hit each one of those personalities and keep it brief is something you guys can do. Because you don't need to, go into a super long edification, especially when you don't really know who that person is. But if you know just a little bit, you can share some of that information. All right, let me turn the music. Oops. Back on. What happened? What did I do? Okay, I did that too. Sorry, guys. So Barbara, it's okay if you don't necessarily know all of them. You don't need to go into a major edification to invite this. What you can just say is, listen, I'm super excited. The person who's going to be sharing the information tonight is, someone who knows all the information, is a top leader. He's been, a top earner in, multiple companies, right? Like you can just kind of give some brief things, and it doesn't even have to be super specific. What you really want to do is be edifying the fact that they're going to give them all the information that they're going to need. Okay, so that's one of the things to really just focus on. You're welcome. All right, guys. All right, all right. So we are just about at the top of the hour. And what I want to encourage you guys to do now is to go back and look at your post that you did. And you want to start interacting with people who have been commenting on your post. All right. So when someone has commented on your post, you're going to go ahead and react to their post in some way, and then give some kind of comment back that you can also potentially ask a question back as well. So again, you can keep that conversation going. So that's one of the things we're going to do next. Now, we are pretty much at the top of the hour, so we are kind of out of time, but I'm giving you that little task because that's going to be something you want to do. What Facebook does, and honestly, most of the social media platforms, for instance, now that you've put something out where people are interacting with you, when you go back and interact, the more people who see it during that time, the more people who are responding during that time, what Facebook will do will start opening it up and putting it out to more people. So let's just say in the first 5 minutes, you had one person respond, and then you answer, it's going to get pushed out a little, but let's just say that you had like 10 people respond. Now you go back and start responding to those people. Facebook's going to go, oh my gosh, somebody is really, they're really conversing. This is something everybody is liking. Let's open the door and push it out to more people, right? So that's what happens with all of this stuff. And that's why it's important to not just drop a post and run away from your social media, right? Especially when you're doing an interactive post. Now, one of the things, if you've got a lot of people commenting, I would go and answer 4 or 5 at a time, wait a little bit, come back, answer 4 or 5 more, wait a little bit, because what it's going to do is it's just going to continue to keep bumping it in the news feed for people as you do that. Okay. So guys, if you got value out of this morning, go ahead and drop a value here in the chat. I hope this was helpful for you. And just know that as you've got these prospects coming through, we need to follow up with the system, right? We need to make sure we're inviting them to something, right? Because ultimately we want to be presenting secret to them, and then we want to be follow up and closing with them. Okay. So whether that means that you're going to be getting them on a 3-way call with, one of your leaders or upline or someone who you work with, you're able to do that. But the bottom line is you want to be moving people through that system. Okay. And if you can't get them on a live presentation, get them a video. If you can get in front of them in person, get in front of them in person, right? Do what you can do. Don't limit yourself. But really, again, I want you guys to be focused on blending the both of online and offline together. Okay. I can tell you, I have done hundreds of presentations where I am one-on-one with somebody, or I'm in a big group with somebody, but I've also done hundreds of presentations where I'm on Zoom with people one-on-one, or I'm doing a 3-way, and they both work. The bottom line is you've got to get on and build that relationship with people. And once they come into the business, get them started, and then obviously get them going to an event, right? That's all part of our system here. So, I am not an either or gal. I don't tell people, oh, only build in person or only build online. I think you should be doing both, right? I always think you should be doing both, because you can be doing the same exact activities. You just change it up slightly. The platform is going to change a little bit. But at the end of the day, once you start building that relationship and get them to an event, you're going to start really building that relationship with them, which is going to keep them in your organization and keep them going. Okay. So I can tell you guys, more than half of my team I met on social media. They're still here today, right? We've built relationships, but you can't just recruit people and let them go. You've got to continue to work with them no matter where you brought them in from. All right. So guys, I hope you guys got value from this. Yes, social media to build local and go global. Exactly, Jen. I love it. I love it. And yeah, and seriously, if I go back, the majority of my people have come from online, but I've got tons of customers who weren't online, right? So I've got both. I really do have both. And I want you guys to have that too. So anyway, guys, make sure you go back and comment and react to those people who have commented on your posts. Great question. Barbara asked, how do you work with people who join your team on social media? The same way that I work with people who didn't join my business on social media. I'm going to do one-on-ones with them. I'm going to have conversations with them. I'm going to invite them to trainings. I'm going to, get them on all, plug them into our entire system. And, we will get to when we get to an event, you're going to get to meet them in person too. So I work with them exactly the same. The platform just might change. Instead of being with them, somewhere, sometimes we're going to be on Zoom together sometimes, but I'm going to do get-togethers and help them launch and do everything the same as I would as if I was there in person. Okay. So Anyway, guys, I hope you have an awesome Saturday. I hope this was valuable to you. And again, don't forget to go out and follow up with these people and also be doing these tasks every day in your business. This isn't something we do just on Saturday, right? Let's go out and do this even on your own. So hope you guys have a really awesome day. Have a safe and fun Halloween if you're going to be out there going to any Halloween parties or trick-or-treating with kids or whatever it is that you do. And I will look forward to seeing all of you on Tuesday night's training. And again, have an awesome day. Bye, guys.